Hey, good people. This is Rocky with Rocky's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon. Welcome to Rocky's Reality. It is now officially fall, y'all, but hopefully will be getting some Indian summer. Did you say it's gonna be in the 80s next week, Joe? I think it's gonna be in the 80s.
I did.
I hope so. I hope you're right about that. I think I checked it and it was as well. So, anywho, welcome to Rocky's Reality. Today I can't say really a Detroit legend because he technically is from Yaktown.
Yeah.
Pontiac for y'all folks who don't know what Yaktown is.
Yeah.
Pretty much. He from Yaktown that don't back down.
Uh-huh.
Which I know because my best friend Gigi
Okay.
is from originally from Pontiac. She went to Pontiac Northern.
Okay, yeah, I know Gigi.
And so shout out to my girl Tamika Ramsey. I'm not sure if you know
Tamika,
her.
yeah.
I know a lot of Pontiac people. And actually the former mayor Deidre Waterman was on I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
welcome to Roast Spit.
Thank you for having me.
Officially Rolling Coit.
Yeah.
Y'all, that's his government name, but we're not gonna get all into that. But MC, DJ, entrepreneur, trendsetter, pretty much.
I'll take that.
And I love how you quietly be going about what you do. I can tell. Like you making noise, but you do it in a stealth way. That's what I appreciate. I peeped about you. You real chill.
That's why I'm all black right now.
I love it. I love real stealth, because and I had to, he was, we kind of we're in an urban area, y'all. The studio to Detroit is different. Studio is in an urban area. So I thank y'all for coming out and joining us. But we from the hood. Mm-hmm. So we get it. We get it. So welcome, Ro. Kudos to you. All the success that you've done. I always believe in giving people their flowers. And so I just want to give you your flowers for how you have just really set the benchmark for a lot of things. The collaborations you've had with the Pistons, with Jordan, just all of these. I mean,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Right. And he ain't too bad on the mic either, y'all. Yeah. So we gonna see a little clip later.
Oh, okay.
Is it Panera? Pronounce it for me.
Oh, Panamera freestyle, maybe.
Panamera freestyle.
Panamera freestyle.
Yeah. So we're gonna look at that clip, and then also we're gonna get into what he was doing with Sexy Red, y'all.
Oh,
what he was doing with Sexy Red. By the way, he's married, ladies. By the way,
no, Sexy Red is my heart. She has my heart right now. I'm married, but it's not like in a sexual way.
Right.
Although her name is Sexy Red.
Right. We gotta clear it up. Because you know how people listen. You know how people do that soundbite like "Sexy Red is my heart," and people be done took that.
It'll be everywhere. Yeah.
So, anywho, welcome, Ro, and I just want to ask from the start, how did you happen upon Roast Spit? Talk about how Rolling turned into Roast Spit.
So that's a long story, and it had other names before I got to that.
Okay. Well, we got an hour, so give us the cliff notes.
So I started as DJ Friction, and it was spelled like crazy, like PHRIKSHUN. That's how I spelled it.
Okay.
But when I first started in the late 90s, like 98, 99, you kind of had to have a name. It was like it was Method Man, and you know what I'm saying? So so I went with that, and then I started rapping in like 02, 03 or something like that. And then I just came up with the name Octane. And I never really liked it, but it was just something, right? So I was doing that for a minute, and then when I got the store in 07, bought the store in 07. And I was hanging. I mean, these young guys were hanging around.
What store did you buy?
Burn Rubber.
Okay, which is in Royal Oak. The sneaker boutique in Royal Oak and streetwear, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And all these young guys were hanging around the store, right? Come to at the time they were just young guys, but those guys are like Big Sean, Early Mac, Mike Posner, Dusty McFly, like these guys were just even Key Wayne, you know what I'm saying, like people like that. So they were all just hanging around, and then I ended up having a studio in the store, in this small store, like 600, 800 square foot store.
Wow.
So we used to record there, and one day I was just in there and I was kicking it with my man Earl Mack, and he called me Unc. He's like the first person to call me Unc. You know what I'm saying? And
Was you old enough to be an unk then? I mean,
nah, but I guess I was.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, Unc, why your name Octane? I'm like, man, because, and I gave him this story that I had, whatever, just to make it make sense. And he was like, man, that's weak. And I was like, thanks for telling me that. I mean, like I knew that, but sometimes it takes somebody.
Yeah. And the kids ain't gonna hold you up, right? They're not gonna hold you up. Kids gonna let you know.
He like, man, that's weak. And I'm like, I know it is, but what else I'm gonna call myself, right? And then my man, I think my man Low Sport was there too. And we was just talking. He's like, most people names are what they people call them, right? Growing up or just even at the moment.
Yeah.
So growing up, it was Roro. That's not a cool rap name.
Mm-mm.
And then but at the time, because I rap, my boys called me Spit. Because I spit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I just put the row on it, so row spit.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's kind of how it came about.
Yeah, and it's definitely like distinct. When
Yeah,
you hear
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
you like, oh, bro, spit.
And it's crazy. Over the years, I met this guy named I was in Texas at a show, and this guy came up to me. His name was Alexander Spit. So and then it's a guy from
That don't
Harlem.
flow like roast spit though.
It don't.
No.
And then there was a guy from Harlem that was like, I think he was like in the early Dipset days or something. His name was Stan Spit. So it's a couple more, but nobody else, no other roast spit. And now I'm kind of just going by spit.
Okay, so is that an official change coming up, or you just playing around with that?
No, that's kind of, it's an official change. It's not like all the way there yet, but I'm like trademarking some things and making sure. So once all that the legalities come in, I'm just, because most people that know me, they kind of just call me Spit anyway.
Okay.
So I'm just.
That's a little bit of a Beat Street reference too, huh?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a big secret. I trademarked that. It wasn't trademarked.
What, Beat Street?
It's from Beat Street. So that same logo, I got it tatted on me now.
I love it.
So it's not. So it's nobody owned it. So I locked that down, and it just hasn't gone all the way through yet. So I haven't started using it yet. But I got it tatted on me, whatever. But yeah, that's all straight Beat Street spit.
I love it. I love it. Taking it back to the old school.
That's crazy. You caught that though.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, because I remember Beat Street, but yeah.
So it was.
I'm a hip hop fan, y'all. For real.
Yeah.
So
fan of you as well, by the way, bro.
Thank you. But the antagonist on there, because it was like about graffiti and like all the different forms of hip hop, and so they would do these big murals, and then this one guy would like come from he was like living in the sewers, and they would finish this beautiful mural, and then he would just write spit on it, and that would be it. And then you gotta watch the movie, but he was like the antagonist in the movie, whatever. So
I'm gonna have to watch it again because I probably watched it because B Street is like from what 85, 86,
if not before.
Joe, like
it was like one of the first hip hop movies.
Right.
Yeah,
because it was around Breaking 2, all of those.
It's on Tubi.
Okay.
It is.
Breaking 2 is or Beat Street?
Probably all of them.
Okay.
But I just watched Beat Street again not too long ago, just because I've seen it years ago.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I need to refresh that and Crush Groove, all of those. I need to refresh.
I think all of that's on Tubi.
I love it. Ooh, yeah, we're going to get into Tubi how. That's another thing that has just taken off, and I love it. So you've been on the stage with the Clips, Wale, Talib Kweli, DJ Premier. Listen, DJ Premier. Listen, if you got his info, let me listen because he's on my list. I was just talking to my husband last week. Like, if I could interview DJ Premier, like legendary. And so you've traveled globally, France, Germany. What has that been like for you? This journey to coming from Pontiac and going across the pond, like what has that been like?
It's been awesome. It's also like I'm trying to stop using the word humbling, like humble, right? But there's a level of it, but I don't know the word. It's awe inspiring. It's like unbelievable. in a sense, when I think back to just where I came from, and like like being a kid, thinking of these things I could potentially do. Some of this stuff never crossed my mind ever, right? And so to think like, as a kid, when I did the collaboration with Jordan Brand, I would part of my story with that was I wanted a kid that's that live on 12th Street, that don't know nobody that other than like, the only black person they know that makes shoes is Michael Jordan and Kanye West. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I wanted those kids that's in that space to say like, well, hey, dang, it's a guy from Pontiac. They
Right.
got a store and he does things at that level. So because that's the kid that I was.
Right.
So,
And representation matters. And that's
sure.
part of what I see in you as well, how you just representing in multiple arenas though. Because I've seen you DJ some high class stuff and I've
Some ratchet.
Exactly. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
I was like, he be at
I'll be at
shit.
everything.
I'm like,
I'll
he
pull
be
up.
at the high class and he be at the stuff where it's like the hood too.
Yeah, I'll pull up.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. So let's get into but wait a minute. So I want to go back a little bit. When you were a kid, did you think like I want to be a streetwear
Nope.
designer when I grow up? Like,
Nope. It was basketball and women, no girls. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. To be honest, I have friends that rapped in high school, and I was just a fan of what they did. They were the
in
best.
the lunchroom, yeah.
Around the way, and they were my favorites, and nobody was better. Like nobody in the industry was better than my best friends or my friends that was rapping. And then around the 12th grade, I kind of was like, man, I would like to do that. I was a big Nas fan, and
Ooh.
and
you know what? You kind of look like you could be his cousin.
everybody said that. He said that. Well, he said when I met him.
No. When my husband was doing the flyer, he was like, he looked like Nas. I was like, he sure do.
Yeah, I've been hearing that since Illmatic dropped.
Oh shit!
But my mom saw the it was written cover when I was DJing, and she was like, "That's a nice picture of you." I'm like, "Ma,
Ma, you would have known if I was on the."
I'm like, "It's not." She's like, "Oh, he looks nice." But no, when I met Nas, it was funny. Somebody introduced us, and he was talking to somebody like looking that way, and I was on this side. And so I'm kind of just waiting for him to, turn around or whatever. And then when he finally turned around, he did a double take and was like, shit. The first thing he said was like, damn, man, we could be brothers. That's the first thing he said.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then we just, I've met him a couple times, but yeah, I've been hearing that since Illmatic came out in 92 or something like that.
Right. I think 93 is, yeah, around them time. Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, when you got to the 12th grade and then you were like, I want to spit like my friends. I want to get into it. So is that when you start?
I wrote a rap and tore it up within seconds. It was terrible. Horrible. And then I just was a fan. I started kind of making mixtapes though. Not mixtape. I started putting songs on like tapes because I was like the guy I was listening. I was a fan of everything. And then I was just passing them around to people. And then my cousin One Below, he was rapping at the time, and he was doing it at the highest level that I knew, if that makes sense. And we started talking about me DJing, and I think he went to jail. He ended up going to jail. Or no, I'm sorry, that was right when he got out of jail. And then I just started DJing. I bought some equipment out the back of the Source magazine.
Baby,
yeah,
them ads. It was looking like Craigslist.
It was terrible.
Baby, at the back of the Source.
Yeah, and then
those of us who, if you know, the Source.
I locked myself in the closet and learned how to DJ this one summer. Taught myself, and then it's just been on from there. And at that point, I was just like going. And then when I was DJing for a couple years and was good at it, and then I was like, we get back to this rapping. Just start rapping, just start writing again. But I was around more people that was actually doing it and doing it at a level that I respected and was better than, way better than I was.
So what appeals to you more, MCing or spinning or being a DJ? Because you're pretty good at the DJ thing. I have to say, when I went to the last year at the Detroit
the movie awards.
I was
I cut up that.
When Ron Dance was cutting up.
That's my man.
I was drunk as hell. Like, oh
yeah, we had
Bro Spit is up there, and at that moment I said, oh, I gotta have him on the show. Yeah, I gotta have him on the show. I said he's turning it out.
Let me tell you the crazy thing. I'm a DJ at heart. so like rapping was never it's all like the cherry on top. I never considered myself a rapper or MC, so I don't care that you think you better than me. I don't care that if you are better than me. I'm a DJ. So I've always looked
Mm.
at myself as a DJ that rap. Other people don't, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, but you know,
Interesting. I always look at myself as a DJ who raps. Okay,
always,
interesting.
even to this day. Like, whether I'm on a song with Royce the 5'9" or whoever, Guilty Simpson, Big Sean, like whoever I've ever been on the song with, it was like, y'all gonna do what y'all do, but I'm gonna do. I don't even care because I'm gonna do what I do, and at the end of the day, I'm a DJ. So
I'm DJ first.
yeah.
Okay.
And now as I'm getting older, I'm more DJing than rapping. No. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Cause yeah, you fire at that. I was at that Detroit Music Movie Awards, and shout out to Darren Brown, by the way.
Yeah, I wish the one this year would have happened. Something came up. I don't know exactly what, but I was looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
cause you and Ron Dance, and y'all make a good combination. I see y'all do a lot of things. Shout out to Ron Dance. I see y'all do a lot of things.
Yeah, that's my partner. He's my
Around.
partner in the entertainment side of things. So
I
like
love it.
it's like on some Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Like he's the like
I'm the rapper.
I'm the rapper. I'm the DJ. He's the
The
rapper.
rapper. Okay,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
love it. I love it. So wait a minute, who did you model yourself after?
Just overall, or
Yeah.
just as an MC.
Well, as a DJ specifically.
Well, my favorite DJs are Biz Markie,
Oh, rest
Jazzy.
in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Jazzy Jeff, and I really like D Nice. I really like D Nice. So as like party DJs,
Mm-hmm.
that's who I always kind of modeled myself as a just overall. I always it's like it's like Russell Simmons, Jay and Dame, just like that. Even like if you start thinking of Carl Kanai and all the black owned cats that came up in that era, Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that did what they wanted to do and was able to walk into a business meeting without a suit on.
Mm.
That's who I steal from all of those people.
I love it. I love it. So let's talk about that as far as collaborations, because Jordan,
Mhm.
the Pistons, how did that come about? Because I love how you obviously didn't, you might not have had to walk up in those boardrooms with a suit. You could have been like this
Yeah.
because of just that talent and that gift that you're bringing. So talk about how those came about.
First, the Jordan project came about. I think, to be honest,
And
it's
he designed a shoe specifically reflecting Detroit, y'all.
yeah.
By the way.
Uh, to be honest, I think it just came from years of hard work and it's kind of setting a goal for myself and manifesting with because you can manifest something specific, but you can also just manifest uh for greatness or whatever, or just like like a I don't even know the word I'm trying to say, but just something, just being in the space.
Mm-hmm.
So and you just like you think
Elevation.
yeah, you like
Yeah.
you think it, you fix your mouth to say it, and you believe it, and you just work towards it. And I think that with faith that it's going to happen, and it might not happen tomorrow. It might happen in 10 years. It might happen in 17 years. And I did that work, and I put my head down and I got the job done. And then I got a call out of the blue from my rep, and he called me and he told me, he's like, "You sitting down?" Like, yeah, I was lying.
Right, was that the one where you almost hung up on him?
Oh, I did hang up on him. I did hang up on him, and he called me back. He's like, "Nah, you got it, bro." I'm like, I was just like, I'll call you back.
You hung up on him though.
Yeah,
He was like in shock.
Yeah, out of here. And then the Pistons, my
Wait a minute. So what did they say? We want you to design a shoe for a Jordan.
Yeah.
That represents Detroit.
No, it could have been anything.
Okay, good. So you picked good. I'm glad you picked Detroit.
It could have been about podcasting. It could have been about whatever, and I just and it's not just me, but we came up with the whole idea that it starts with like, what is it going to be? What do we want it to represent? And then it just snowballed from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Pistons thing, so that was actually really through Mitchell and Ness. So okay. Mitchell and Ness, ironically, my rep at the time, she lived in Chicago, but she was actually from Pontiac. Crazy. But she became my rep, and then she hit me up like, "Yo, I mean, you don't know me, but you roast me. I know who you are, and I'm from Pontiac too." So she was always working like, for us. She wanted us. She wanted to see us win. And then they were doing this city. I forgot exactly, city something series, hometown heroes or something like that. And they were doing it in different cities. So that had NBA teams. So Indianapolis, I think New York, I want to say LA, like a handful of teams. And then, the Detroit when they picked us. And we just kind of had crazy ideas and came up and they let us do it.
I love that. I love, and I love how intricate you were from the color of the soles, how you were talking about the brown to the clear, how you put the map on there of the city.
Yeah.
I just love that. So talk about for you, like being from Detroit, Pontiac, that connection to Detroit. Because it is kind of like we cousins.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, to be honest, Pontiac it's just that small city, mentality, right? So it's being from a place that's unheard, and we've always screamed as loud as we possibly can to be heard. A lot of people from Pontiac don't really make it outside of Pontiac, and not saying like don't succeed, but like a lot of people don't really go down to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't go out to Flint. They kind of just stay in their space. And I was always the person that's like, yo, no, I'm about to go down here, see what they're doing. I'm about to take Woodward, figure it out.
Right.
You know what
go
I'm saying?
soft, hands out.
And then it just became, and then I started, doing business in Detroit, and it became, a second home. We would go places as young rappers. We'd be out in, the college towns, shows in Seattle, shows in Milwaukee, and shows in Minnesota. And the whole time we driving, like, yeah, when we get there, man, it's gonna be like NWA. Like we from Pontiac. You know what I'm saying? We from Pontiac.
Straight out of Yaktown. Straight out of Yaktown.
A 10-hour drive talking about when we get on this show, we gonna say we from Pontiac, and then we'll get on there and say it. Yeah, we're from Pontiac. And then the next question would be like, well, growing up in Detroit, how was? And then it's just like, all right, well, after the third time, it's like, well, all right, well, Detroit is cool. Yeah, we grew up in Detroit. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? We still represent where we're from, but I just know the things that I'm doing or that I have and the platform that I have is bigger than Pontiac. Because once you get outside of here, don't nobody care that's you ask somebody out anywhere else that's Detroit, fam.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the same struggles too.
It is, yeah.
Dealing with poverty and disenfranchisement, limited resources. It's
I always say
that
Pontiac is a baby Detroit.
Yeah, it is, and and I have to say, y'all the resurgence has been fire.
It's coming.
Like some of the places I see, I'm like, shit. Let me get on up to Pontiac. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about the stores. Burn Rubber came first, and then the sister store 218. So talk about the names and just how that evolved.
So Burn Rubber was there. Burn Rubber opened in 2004. They had old owners or whatever, and then they ended up getting promoted or something and was selling. And then we bought it. We purchased it in 2007. And from that point on to, whenever we everything of Burn Rubber is probably because of us. You know what I'm saying? So everything that from, the Jordan was the most recent shoe and the biggest shoe that we've done, but we've done probably like almost 20 pairs of shoes between Reebok and New Balance.
Custom made?
Yeah, design.
When you say us and we, who are you referring to? Because obviously you got some partners.
No, the store. I did have a partner, and up until like 2015.
Okay.
But when I say us, I'm just saying us as a store. And once again, it's not like it's not all me sitting in a room. Just I have like a design team.
Okay.
I have marketing people. I have people. So, and I try to do my best not to take all of the credit of all the things, just because so many people that helped me to be what I am.
Okay, cool. So, okay.
So we did that, and then we 218. What 218 is? We opened a store called 218. I forgot what year, like 2010, 11 or something like that, and it failed. It completely. It was it just didn't work out. So when I got the opportunity to open a second store, I was trying to think of a name. And I just was like, I had a couple names that they just didn't roll right. And then actually I think it was my wife and then my lead designer Mario said something about like and I was thinking it, but when they said it it was like, yo, the best name y'all ever had other than Burn Rubber, which is 218. And I was like,
Yeah, because where's 218 come from? Because I get Burn Rubber like rubber soles of
yeah.
shoes, but
So
218.
what 218 was, we opened a store with that first store. It was supposed to be called originally it was supposed to be called BR by Burn Rubber, right? Like so like it was like an annex store.
Okay.
We got a cease and desist from Banana Republic.
Oh.
They own block letter BR next to each other. So
Oh, okay.
don't try it.
Okay.
All right, don't even try that. They
Right,
own it.
right.
So they sent us a cease and desist, and then so we trying to think of a name, and then my rapper brain kind of kicked in, and it's crazy. My name is Roland, right? And it starts with an R, but when I think of the letter R, I think of Rakim,
Mm.
right? So as a like a fu to
Oh, the A to the KIM. Okay, I'm
right,
sorry. I had a moment.
and
But yeah.
then so as a big fu to big corporation, I'm gonna still find a way to call it BR, right? So
Mm.
the R is the 18th letter.
Mm.
Rakim, he had an album called the 18th letter, but
Right.
and then the B is the second letter of the alphabet. So second and 18 sound like some football, something about on the football field. So I just changed it to 218, and
I
then so it's
love
still
it.
BR. So the lineage of everything that I do is going to have some kind of BR. It's going to be BR down the line sometime, even if whether it's in numbers or I don't know hieroglyphics or whatever. It's gonna be BR because
Oh,
that's where everything started for me.
I love it. I love it. Continuing the legacy.
Yeah.
So now the legacy is expanding with you being an actor. And I have to say,
Mm.
you did pretty well, Ro.
Thank you. I
You did.
appreciate it.
You know what? Them
Appreciate it.
classes, you said so you took training classes
Mhm.
with Kamal Smith.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
him.
took Mullah's classes, Mullah Films class
Okay. And
with Coach.
it worked too, because that's street legal. Listen. Yeah. Okay. So he's currently in Street Legal on Tubi, as well as the wrong one. Street Legal is the new series
Mhm.
by Dennis Reed, which, by the way, I'm entertained.
Mhm. Thank you.
Listen, I felt your pain as a parent,
Mhm.
and I know you as a dad
Yeah.
was feeling that episode.
Mhm.
So don't want to spoil it, but pretty much something happens to his child,
Mhm.
and Ro gets that ass because, as we know, as parents, when it comes to our kids, and it
Mhm.
was a daughter, right? So
My
I knew
daughter,
that
yeah.
was really
Yeah.
dear to you because you got two daughters in real life.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So what was it? Talk about the acting journey. Bring us a snapshot of that.
It's kind of that like going back to high school. It's one of those things that I always wanted to do. Right. I always wanted to be in entertainment. It's from when you go from started like so it was like okay rap boom wasn't that good at that stop that acting I don't even know where to start when it comes to that but when I talked about manifesting into a realm into a like a not a non-specific thing that is what what I was manifesting at that time is like I want to be in that world I want to
Mhm.
be and I want to do these things so when the opportunity presented itself and when I say that it's more of like when independent film in Detroit started to go
Mhm.
insane and
Mhm.
even and the dopest part about it is even with like Kamal, right? And Dennis Reed and Darren and trying to think. Excuse me if I'm missing anybody. That
Tanja
yeah.
Ayers.
Well, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the people that was
Okay.
doing it before it was cool. Not saying
Right.
Tanja. I don't know. I don't know her history, but
We
when
right.
when it wasn't cool, when they was doing plays and stuff like that, right?
Right.
I
Right.
used to
Yeah.
support. I was one of the first things.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
One of the first things I ever did
Thank you.
was one of Kamal shows that he did years ago. Sino just sent it to me. I was one of Sino henchmen on there
Oh Lord.
and it was crazy. I forgot. I forgot about it. If you asked me, I would remember. But so I've been doing it like here and there for a long time. But at that time it was like, yeah, come on, I'll pull up, and it wasn't serious.
Mhm.
So when I'm seeing my friends do this, and I'm like, I'm so happy when I turn on Tubi or whatever, and saw McGraw Ave and Sino.
Right. Right. You were in that as well. Right. Right.
Yeah, and I'm seeing these people that I know. I'm like, yo, I want to be a part of that, and my people doing it.
Right.
So I wanted to go about it the right way and not get. I didn't want to get any roles because I was roast spit. I wanted to
Mm.
get roles because I was good. So that's why I took the acting classes. And
Yes,
I'm continuing on because now it's a thing where it's like I didn't do. I mean, I did my best for that moment, but that's nowhere near where I want to be or where I know I can be.
Yeah, you definitely did well, and I appreciate that you are serious about honing the craft because we do live in a day and age where people you can just do any damn thing.
Yeah.
The Instagram, if you looking cute, if you know how to get someone's attention. But I appreciate how you were like, no, I want to do this right. I want to, make sure that I'm not just like you said, just going off of my name, that I'm actually using my talent. So what did you tap into for that role? And if y'all have not watched it, I believe he's the very first episode.
First episode, yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is really good. And that twist at the end, I was like, oh shit.
Crazy.
I was like,
yeah.
When it started to unfold. So what did you tap into? Because I could tell some of them moments you were really into it. I was like, damn.
I tapped into my own children. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give it away for the people that haven't seen it, but the twist at the end, wasn't what the whole show was said to be, right? So, but the person watching it doesn't know that until the end,
right?
So I had to kind of tap into like, what if that shit happened to me? You know what I'm saying? Or like to my kids or whatever, and play it like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was a place because that's really not me. You know what I mean? That's not the person that I am. I'm not finna be yelling. I'm not finna be all out of character and stuff like that. Even, thank God I haven't been in any situations like that. And who knows, God forbid, but if that presents itself, who knows what will happen.
Listen.
But I was in a role, the wrong one. And that part that I had to go there at the end, the first time when I read it a certain way because how I would have thought it, to be. And Kamal was like, nah, bro, this is your turn up moment. This is where you look like you're about to kill everybody. And I still kind of did that. And it was like, nah, that ain't it yet, bro. So then my man Deuce that was in the movie, I can cuss, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So my man, so we in there and Deuce is like, he's sitting back and you can kind of see him. He over to the side, like, nigga, he just getting mad, right? So he like, nigga, give me that part. Let me do that. So Kamal trying to calm down. He's like, no, bro. Man, that nigga, that's your man. He kissing your girl. Nigga, do you know what I do to it? And he's going. So now I'm getting hyped, like, oh, snap.
Yes.
So then I think I went out in the hallway and I came back and I was like, I'm going all out.
Listen, and you did.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let's, because first of all, the wrong one. Okay. So I was annoyed because I'm like, this is the type of shit that encourages fuckboy behavior. Like this behavior of picking the guy who ain't got shit going on. Like, like I be telling my daughter, like, you need to get with a guy who got some stuff going on, who is at your level or higher.
Yeah.
And definitely, and shout out to Kamal Smith because he played the hell out that role.
Is a monster.
He played the hell out of that role. And I know our PP got his song in there too. Shit hurts.
Yeah, this shit hurts.
And I'm like, okay, so let's go into the preview, Joe, because I was so irritated with this. Like, I was yelling at the screen like.
I saw the sexiest woman I ever saw in my life. And she started talking to me. I couldn't believe it.
What exactly were you daydreaming about, man?
Nothing, work. Girl, who you think you're talking to right now?
Exactly. Mr. Naeem got her little head gone.
I never wanna feel again. Something so real again.
Is this really who you are? Like, is this your representative?
Dang, you was just out with this girl last night. You don't think trying to see her the very next day is
hating the whole movie.
Make you seem like impressed?
Hey, what are you doing here? He thinks there's something going on with Zay.
Really? Like what?
Shut up! Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God, Zay, what's wrong? I'm sorry. Get your mind right, Zaya, and fast.
2 months ago, we fell in love and you told me, no, you promised me that you would not let harm come my way.
This just was a moment.
You don't want these fucking problems.
Let's just make sure.
You see, I was under the impression that we already had a problem.
You know what?
Still get chills seeing that.
Listen, the East Side in me, the East Side gangster in me was like.
And you know the dope thing about that, and it was two things that's a testament to Kamal. That the whole time leading up to that, even when we were promoting it, that looks like I was the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I had to do that like leading up to the movie. But another thing about Kamal that's super dope, and it goes to the testament of how good of an actor he is. He's a good actor can raise a okay actor up levels. Not saying up to their level, but every time we were in the scene together, he brought me to a place that like to make me look better than I was.
Right. Challenge you to go to that next level.
For sure.
I love that, but you definitely shined in it because you was a good guy.
Thank you.
In there, bro, and I was like mad as hell.
And that's not me either. Like that person, the person I play, that's really not me. That's really not me. Yeah.
But seriously though, you were a good guy. And I said, why are the nice guys? You know, that's like the girl, right? We always want the guy who, but no, ladies, no, we don't want that other friend. And then why is it always a friend you've been knowing since 4th grade?
Exactly.
Like, why is it always the friend? You. Yeah. So when I watched it, and I do like how it had a good message.
Yeah.
At the end, so I like how that was wrapped up. So how did you transition from street legal into that? Like, how do you choose your roles? What makes you look at the script and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this?
So it's a couple things. Right now, it's who's directing and producing it, because it has to be a track record of a high level of quality. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
You get why we've seen them Tubi movies. That's a little. I don't want to say.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the first thing. But then I look at the storyline. Like the thing about The Wrong One is like, yeah, you're reading it. It's because he gave it to. He didn't tell us what it was. We just read it, and then you realize it's a deeper message. And it's like, yeah, it's cool to play whoever, but when you're using your platform to speak about domestic violence, I want all parts of that. I need it because I have women in my family. I have a wife. I have daughters. I have sisters. You know what I'm saying? That could potentially go through something like that.
Yeah.
And if they see this in one day when it's at that beginning point and that triggers something for them to not go down that road, we've done our job, right? But it's just a story. It's a story. It's something that it has to represent myself. It has to represent my family. It has to represent. I have too many things going on for the Jordan brand to see something I'm doing like, bro, what is you doing? Bro?
Right.
Come on, the Pistons, like, fam.
Right.
What's up, man? There won't be another one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that. It's just right. But it's more story, and we've all read books, and it's like, all right, this was a good book, and basically every script is a book. So I look at it like when I read it, like, oh man, it's kept my attention the whole time. It tells a story that either my culture or my people can vibe with or kind of latch on to, and I'm and the people that are helping bring it to life do that part of it very well.
And this was your first starring role, by the way, y'all.
Yeah,
so let's clap it up for
crazy.
that.
Yeah,
you did well though.
Thank you.
You did well because I was once again I was all in yelling at the screen, mad as hell. Like, this is some bullshit. Somebody need to get beat up. I'm mad. I'm like,
I got a couple more, but so a couple movies I can't.
Right, that was gonna be I'm glad you said into that because that was gonna be the next question.
Sex scenes, I can't. Sex scenes is my wife is not for the sex scenes.
Oh, okay.
I had to turn down a couple other main character roles because they had sex scenes.
Okay.
Like even if you pay attention on The Wrong One, it was only a small.
Y'all didn't do too much, but her and
but so originally it was supposed to be more. So the thing is, like, Kamal wrote that as a play, right? So that was, I had to talk to my wife about that. Like, this is crazy. It's like the story is crazy, but it has a sex scene in it, right? Because if you think about it, what like Kamal said one time, like, he's like, man, it has to be something, right? He was like, I'll settle for a little kiss, but it was like, why would he be going through and feeling all that as Naeem and you haven't even had sex with the person or had any kind of physical contact? You know what I'm saying? So he was like,
I wondered that. I was like, did they get it in?
Yeah.
I mean, it alluded to it, but
yeah, it alluded, but you know, but technically it really didn't because like all we
a little
technically
bit.
did was kiss.
I just put it in my head when I saw the kiss. Though I was like, yeah, y'all gotta have done something.
Yeah, but that was
for
out
him to be sprung on her like that.
That was out in the parking lot, and we left there.
Yeah,
and
that
went
was
to,
it.
And
Yeah,
went to his show, and then she left.
yeah. But that's what I was wondering. I was like, they had to have done something for him to be that into her and just that nice and all dedicated and shit. I'm like, damn. I was like, he was such.
So yeah, I'm trying to. It's a constant battle between my wife and and then the directors and writers. Like, all right, can we pull back a little bit? Can we kind of like, do I got to go there? Can we just? Yeah. Oh, my daughter.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Oh,
yeah. So let's
God,
talk about that a little
that.
bit because you are an attractive man, Ro. We know that.
I appreciate it.
Your wife is fine too, though. Shout out to
Yes,
her,
queen.
By the way, and I was trying to look at the daughters to see which look like which, but they look like both of y'all. Like
they're my kids. They're my kids.
In some pictures they look like Sakina, and then other pictures they looking like you. So I was like, they look like both of them, but we know your babies.
I don't think so. They mine, but
we know those your babies.
This is a constant battle almost daily. We kind of talk going back.
Yeah, me and my husband too. We be saying that's we know who mama and daddy is though. We know
for sure
children they is. So how do you balance that though, being in the public eye? Because sometimes people tend to play down that they're married or they don't put it out there because of image. And we know in the entertainment world a lot of times sometimes your personal status is not put out there for certain purposes. So how has that been for you balancing that? Because I'm sure you've been DJing some nights and chicks will probably come up trying to holler and you have to be like,
I'm gonna tell you a big secret. Most of my groupies are guys.
Oh,
that just come like, hey man, just trying to stand by me and get free drinks and bottle, man. I order a bottle, they pouring it. You know what I'm saying? It's just be crazy. Yeah. I mean, most women, I would say no, or even if they ask the question, somebody's telling them like, nah,
no, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Back
so,
but
I never had that thought process to try to hide what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Good.
It's just to me. It never made sense. Right. It never made sense. Like,
and just from where we are, Detroit, Pontiac, just the metro area, we people who are 100 and genuine.
Yeah,
we're not really into a lot of facades like that either. Yeah. So
and you got Facebook.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm gonna say my wife.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's how I see how people hide it at times. Like, this is a large part of your life. I don't know why you wouldn't want to share. We share anything else, but that's a whole nother tangent. So have you and Sakina been like, it can't be no sex scenes? Because really, sex scenes are not as glamorous as they look on screen. Like, filming them is not as
true
as people think it is. It's like you got all these people in the room, but it's a lot going on. Right. It is not. Yeah.
And so you know, obviously it's not, you're not really having sex, right?
Right.
But it's just the image. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, she has to sit in the seat with all these people and look at her husband potentially, you know, and I'm like, yeah, well, Denzel's wife got to do that too, but I ain't getting paid Denzel money.
Not Denzel.
I ain't getting. I'm just saying,
not yet. We're gonna claim it, but not yet.
Somebody at that level, like, somebody. I'm not the only person that's trying to do this.
Right.
And you know, so I get that. You know, in all reality, I wouldn't go too far anyway. You know, like, just for my personal, like I said, my brand. I'm not finna be you know,
smacking the ass.
Yeah, crack hanging out.
Right.
The sheets going down fast and see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
Right.
My kids got to go to high school and junior high school.
That's true.
You know, so you know, it would only be a certain level. It would be under in a certain taste level. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Right.
So we'll see. But the dope thing about the whole Tubi thing for me is that I don't want to say this the wrong way. I don't need it. I'm doing it because I want to do it, right? So some people are like, yo, I need that bread, I need that money, or I need that. I'm trying to do this, so I'm trying to. With me, it's like, nah, it's like, it's cool. It's what I want to do, and I'm going to do the best I. But I'm not. There's there's no soul to sell. Right?
Oh, I love it.
You can't pay me enough money to do something that I don't want to do.
Listen. So I wanted to bring up the clip. Let's talk about the Sexy Red a little bit. The Sexy Red clip. Joe, let's bring up this clip right quick.
Yeah.
And you just looking like, yeah. I'm here. Let's bring up that sexy red right quick. I know she like the hottest
Cash
thing.
SRTs, nigga, come pull up on me. Yeah. Nah, this is my dog. I love Sexy Red. For the first time I seen her, I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Cause I was like, okay.
Showings for this bitch. Keep my car, you want to stupid bitch. Yeah, I buy hoes. Diamonds busting through the tent. And my car light show. Drop the top on the Rari hoe.
Wait a minute. Did we miss
That was it. That was a little clip.
No, wait a minute.
I'm a video.
No, wait a minute.
video
Replay it
vixen.
again.
I'm a video vixen. You gotta watch close.
Showings for this bitch. Keep my car, you want to stupid bitch. Yeah, I buy hoes. Diamonds
right there. Wow.
Wait a minute. So how does this come about, bro? She not from Detroit though.
No, she's from St. Louis.
Okay, so they cousins too, Missouri.
Yeah,
pretty much
for sure.
So talk how that came about.
So my mutual friend, my old videographer, right, video guy, started with him. My first video, he got me to do a video. He went on to be like Fabulous's video, camera guy for, like currently, but he's worked in the industry with Diddy and Wiz Khalifa, like everybody. So he kind of took it to a level, and but recently he moved back here. So now the industry, he does a lot of stuff for like record labels. And somebody reached out to him, somebody from whatever record label she's on reached out to him. She was because he's here now. A lot of people are shooting when they come here, and I guess he heard the song. He know how much I love her, and he heard the song, and she say something about a Benz, fuck Geico, and then she said something whatever, right? So he was like, "Yo, he know I just got my car." He like, "Yo, when she come to town, we shooting this video. I want you to pull up, and I'm gonna get you in the video, and you're gonna get to meet her." And I'm like, "Where's it at?" Right? I'm telling you, we are in the deepest part of Southwest Detroit. I mean, I'm looking around like we're not in Kansas anymore. Like it was crazy. You've been it was all dark, and then you've been a couple corners, and then it was just one block.
Dale Ray.
I don't know, man. I can't even tell you. It was like when we shoot H Block, we shoot McGraw Ave, it was 5-10 minutes past that.
Okay.
Deep. I mean, we might have been in Canada. And I bent the corner, and it was like a bunch of girls twerking in the middle of the street. Dudes on motorcycles doing wheelies. And then she wasn't there yet. Then she finally pulled up, and she was so nice. She was so nice, pleasant. Like he told her, he was like, so I pulled my car up, and she got in, and she was like, she was looking around. She was like, "Can I take my shoes off?" I'm like, "Yes, Miss Red."
Yes, Miss Red.
Yes, you do it. You can, whatever you want, do it. Right. And then she was like, "Thank you." I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah."
She got manners.
Right. And then she was like, and then so now people are standing around the car, and the camera's on, and they like, get up on top of the car and twerk. Right. Telling her, get on top of the car and twerk. And then she was like, she looked at me and she's like, Can I get on your? I said, "This is your car. Why are you asking me? Do whatever you want."
Okay.
So she got up there, and then that is just she had her manicure or pedicure. What's that? With the white toe tip?
French manicure.
French manicure on my little middle seat, and got up there and twerk. And then we took a picture, and I made it. And the crazy thing about it is, that's actually a director's cut of the video that he sent me. They actually didn't even use for the actual video. Somebody else ended up doing the fill-in scenes, because she was like, after she told me, she said, she's like, "Why didn't you use the video I did?" And she said that she ain't want no bitches. She ain't no twerking in her video.
Oh.
I was like, whoa, why you was so nice.
Sexy Red said that?
Yeah, to the director.
Oh.
But the girls in the street, like, they were just actors. So she was like, I guess she didn't feel comfortable or whatever. So they didn't use my part. So, but he sent it to me, and I have it, and that's all I need.
Okay, well, that's all right. We showed it here on Rocky's Reality. So
yeah.
Bam. Yes. Director's cut. Bam. Exclusive.
Yeah. No, I love her though. She can do no wrong.
That shit is hilarious. So let's get back into 50 years of hip hop. Let's talk about that with you being an MC. Let's talk about your top 5.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Top 5 MCs.
Ever. They can be from here. They can be from wherever.
That's crazy. I don't do this. I don't do this.
Disclaimer, y'all. Don't be getting mad now. Shit.
Yeah.
Everybody got their
Well,
list, okay?
it's my list. I don't really have a 5.
Okay.
Well,
I guess some who have influenced you.
Yeah, but no, not even influence. So my top, I'll give my top 2 is Jay-Z and Drake. Jay-Z and Drake. He can do no wrong. Drake is slowly inching up towards and past Jay-Z to me.
What? How?
He's just.
Oh my God! How sway? How sway?
He's just good. He's good. He says everything that your mind can think to say, and he says.
Do he write it? Does he really say it, or somebody else?
So the thing is, I really don't care.
We know Jay-Z is.
Yeah, but I liked Biz Markie. He didn't write nothing.
Okay.
I liked there was a lot of people. I like Dr. Dre. I like Eazy-E. They didn't. True. So that doesn't do any. And the thing is, even if they did, his delivery and his performance of it is so far beyond what they do. And I think and being in the industry, I know that's the standard.
Drake is the standard.
No. People writing for other people.
Okay.
That's the standard.
Okay,
even if it's even if it's a line. Like we've all been in the studio and it's like blah blah blah. He over here. Oh, damn, that hook is dope. All right, let me say it though. Oh man, I'm stuck on this line. Man, maybe you should say such and such. And you might change it up a little bit, but a lot of times that's how it is. Not a lot of times it's not the entire song. But I know from firsthand people that have made and cut full songs in studios here in Detroit, and I've heard it on the radio. People are like, oh, that's one of the. So that don't do nothing for me. I'm just the performer. As a fan, when I push play and I listen, that whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm driving home from the club, or it's 2 o'clock in the daytime, what he say touch my soul. And that's just what. And that's just me.
That's sure. Okay.
I'm more recently. I've been a real big fan. I wouldn't put him on greatest level or anything. Griselda, I'm huge, super biased, I would say, but I'm not. I can't even say that. I'm just a huge Detroit fan. So from Payroll to Sino to Vezzo to whoever, Boldy James, like. I can't even whoever you from Detroit or
my daughter loves Babyface Ray.
Babyface Ray is incredible. Baby Money, like all these guys, going back to Dusty and Stretch Money and
right. I was just about to say Stretch Money. I was just about to say.
It's so many people here that are good at so good at so many levels, in this music shit. So and I fight on the front lines wherever I'm at. Yeah, they talking. Oh man, Detroit niggas has got it.
Right.
What'd you say? Listen to this I Swear Vezzo.
Right.
Listen to this Babyface Ray. Wherever.
We definitely have a unique sound though.
Yeah.
Than to others.
Yep.
To others. So for you though, who has been one of your favorites to work with?
Yeah.
Or something that surprised you about them, like, damn.
Royce was dope. Big Sean was dope. Working with him. People like Bun B was fired. Like, a lot of times. So, and I'm not even. It wasn't even in the studio. It's just the fact. Like, it's like you hit them up and it's coming right back. It's not like 3 years went by or Sean was one of the first people. This was back then. He was one of the first people I was ever in the studio with that wrote his verse. Didn't write it down, didn't put it in his phone, was memorizing and thinking of his verse while having a conversation. I'd never seen that in my life. We talking and I'm thinking I'm like, bro, I'm paying for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, when
I need you start writing some shit down.
So when we were talking, we're having a studio conversation, about whatever. And he'll be in the conversation. He say, yeah, man, blah, blah, blah. And then when you start talking, he'll kind of be over here doing like this. And then he'll hear something you say and like, nah, bro, that ain't even how it's supposed to go. And then I'm like, yo, what's up, man? When you trying to record, bro? I got to get home. And he's like, oh, I'm ready when you are. And then he went to the studio and knocked it out like probably 2 or 3 takes. Yeah, Marv 1 is incredible. That's my brother from here. He's like, to me, he's one of the best MCs and rappers that I've ever been around, and I've been around a lot of people, and it's the thing about it is it's effortless. It's like, I mean, he just sit there and kind of look like he don't even want to be there. And then, the same thing kind of with like Sean. He'd be talking and everything. But he type in his phone, whatever. And then next thing you know, you go in the booth and it's just like, oh, why are you that good? Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Hell yeah. Ooh, ring the bell. I love it. I love these little behind the scenes stories, how people create and how stuff comes together. Because we hear it and we enjoy it, but we really don't understand the tedium and the process that goes into it. How people be in there for hours and just be grinding.
Yeah. And I mean, it's sorcery. If you really think about it, it's something that's what I love about art, and not just rapping and emceeing, but just art in general. It's like when they say it started from nothing, literally started from nothing. So a thought became some music, and something that people dance to all over the world, or just listen to and got through. I'm here today. I didn't kill myself because I heard this.
Right. You inspired me to go back to school. You inspired me to want to start rapping. You inspired me to want to start designing shoes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about right quick. Tell people where they can find you. And then we're going to talk about what you have coming up. You've got several events coming up, and we know it's another movie coming too. And just to talk about first where they can find you, and then what you've got coming up.
So Instagram _spit, and it's probably the same thing on Twitter or X, or I don't even be over there. So Facebook Ro Spit, and then I might have to give out Tia number. Tia want to know everything, but that's really it. You know what I'm saying? As far as what's coming up, I don't.
The family reunion, hospitality included.
Yeah,
the Secret Garden.
I got that. I don't know what day it is though. It's
family reunion is October 1st.
Okay,
that's a storytelling event. Okay, so are you DJing or what are you doing there?
Yeah, I'm DJing.
It's for the Oakland Avenue Urban Farm.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm there. I'll be there.
Okay.
And then the next day is
the hospitality included the ultimate Detroit pizza party
for sure
at Shinola. So are you DJing that?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's DJing that.
That's gonna be fire. That's
and then
damn on a Monday.
But that's because it's the industry, the hospitality industry. That's usually their day off.
Oh,
so that's the day that they kind of get out and kick it at their friends' bars and stuff like that. Because most spots be closed on Monday. Who? Brunch on Debo's, yes, in Southfield.
Oh yeah.
Brunch.
Okay.
11 to 3. I know that.
Yeah. Shout out to Bravo.
Secret Garden, Bravo. Yes.
Yeah.
Secret Garden. What? Next Saturday.
Secret Garden. Yep. October 14th. Okay.
No, that's
I'm sorry.
October 7th.
Okay, Deluxe Flux.
That's at Deluxe Flux, yes.
Okay, and where is the Deluxe Flux? Is that in Pontiac or?
No, it's the alley. It's called the Skip. It's an alley right behind, over by the Y, the Z lot.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's that basement.
Okay. Over there where 313 was, and the Lit Bar.
Yeah, the other side though. The other side.
Okay.
The other alley. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So finishing up, Ro, thanks again for coming.
Sure, anytime.
And you welcome back anytime. And please keep me updated on any other new stuff that's coming out. Like, what's the next movie, Ro? That's coming up?
That's done and coming out, or just the next I'm shooting.
I mean, whichever.
So the 14th is Justice. It's called Justice. It's my homie L Brianna. It's her first. She's been in a lot of movies, but it's her first writing and directorial debut. And it's with Dennis Reed. It's with Homestead. And it's kind of loosely based on her what I was told her real life. Crazy story. I play her Uncle Ra. Her uncle.
So you are Unc now.
I'm Unc.
You Unc now.
And we're Muslim, so I got a beard, so I got a sunnah. I let my beard grow out, and I'm a drug dealer, so I'm like, this is something I'm proud of.
A Muslim drug dealer?
It's crazy. That happens. Beanie Siegel was one too.
Shit.
Nah, I'm joking.
Like, what?
But I had to play this role that he was like very conceited, very about himself, narcissistic, and he was just a fly guy. So I came Gucci the whole movie.
I love
Gucci the whole movie. So.
And that's gonna be out on Tubi.
Yeah, but it's the premiere is at Bel Air on 8 Mile on the 14th, and it's like a red carpet.
October
14th, so that's where I'll be at.
I love it.
And then I think it's another one with Moolah called Moet. Money Over Everything. I got a small role in that, but I think that's gonna be powerful. And then I got like three that McGraw Ave is gonna be coming out shortly after that. That it's called H Block. It's like a spinoff. And then I got a couple more movies that we shooting towards the end of the year.
Look at that, booked and busy.
To the point, I was trying to take more acting classes, but I got to kind of put that off to the winter time.
I love it. So are you liking acting more than the MCing and the DJing?
Yeah, probably not more than DJing. It's getting there though.
Okay.
Because it has the most upside.
Okay.
You know, the thing I always say about rapping, don't nobody want to get put on no rapper with gray hair. If you're 2 Chainz and you've been rapping you've been at that level for 20 years, 2 Chainz, keep doing it. Jay-Z, whatever. But I don't want to go to a club and see the opening act this nigga got gray hair. So that's how I always looked at it. I'm just telling you.
Damn,
it's real. It's a young man sport, is what I'm trying to say. So
like basketball.
Yeah, but DJing and producing, you can do as long as you're playing the music that these people want to dance to, whether they're 12 years old or 120, you'll have a job. Same thing with acting. As long as I have breath in my lungs, I can find work acting, and it's the most challenging for me.
That's a good way to put it, because when I be looking at Marley Marl with the gray, I be like,
it's crazy, and that's Marley Marl.
Right. I mean, he Marley Marl, but I'm just like, I don't know if I want to.
Just imagine if you went to, let's just say you went to a DJ Premier was DJing somewhere, and you went out. Like, you love DJ Premier, right? You go to the DJ Premier show, and then he like, I want to bring my mans out. Y'all ain't never heard of him.
Right.
This nigga named Emcee Joe Schmo, right? And then he just like, okay, and then this guy is like got gray hair, got gray dreads, and gray patch in his beard. It's like, man, I'm looking for an 18-year-old kid, man, 19-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
Damn.
At least in my mind, and I've been there before.
That's a good point, though.
I've been on stage with a bunch of nieces and nephews.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't always feel the greatest.
I feel you, because I'm in auntie status now too.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It ain't right. Because listen, we still got our value out here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. Again, make sure y'all check out Ro Spit. All of his movies, The Wrong One, Street Legal.
Quick Money. It came out in like March.
Okay, so all of those on Tubi. Those are quality Tubi productions.
For sure.
By the way, we can guarantee. We know sometimes it be a little Q rated on there.
Yeah.
So, but these are A1. So thanks again to you, Ro, and thanks everyone for watching Rocky's Reality. See you next time.